Martio here. Welcome to another album artwork ranking where we look at some of the album artwork of our favourite bands. And today we're going to look at the studio album covers of UFO. We're not doing them all because there's 50 or 60, all the compilations and live albums and God knows what. So I've kept it to just the studio albums. So we'll be looking at the 22 studio albums from the great band of UFO. So coming in at number 22, we go to 1975 to the Fawcett album. Now Fawcett, of course, is what Americans call taps. Fawcett? I don't know. I really don't get that. I might ask in live stream tonight why the Americans call it taps faucets. Strange word. Anyway, go back to the album cover. Yes, there's lots of taps. I think he's trying to distract us from that there's a half-naked woman in the tub seducing a bloke. Well, it looks like a bloke. You can't tell from here, so who knows? Yeah, not particularly cover in good taste. So we'll move on, shall we? So coming in at number 21 is another album cover in really bad taste. It's from 1985 and it's the Misdemeanor album. I just don't like nothing about it. A young girl with a tattoo and a gun. Not very clever. Yeah, shall we move on? Coming in number 20, now this is a bizarre one. We got a 1976 and No Heavy Petting. What's all that about? I really don't get that. A Monkey Connect. Someone must have had a. The only thing I remember from No Heavy Petting is when we used to go swimming as kids, and this is in the UK, and there used to be a list of do's and don'ts, and one of them was no heavy petting. Which is a polite way of saying no hanky-panky in the pool, please. That's quite funny, that is. Anyway, let's move on back onto some album covers. So coming in at number 19, we have the debut album from 1970, UFO. This is when they were in that space rock era. So you've got sort of planets with smiley faces, it looks like. Yeah. It's a pretty hoopy album with a pretty hoopy cover. Okay, then coming in at number 18, we go more modern now, up to 2012 and Seven Deadly. Very colourful, isn't it? Skeleton in a sombrero, carrying a bunch of flowers. I mean, is he going into St. Peter, into the gates of heaven, or the thing? I just like that he's got a. I think it's a female because it's got I don't know if it's a female or male, because I like the fact that it's sort of going to a wedding and in his rib cage he's got a buttonhole. It's quite fun, but not one of my favourites. That's why it's towards the bottom. Okay, then coming in at number 17, 1971's UFO 2 Flying, An Hour of Space Rock. Again, another pretty hoopy cover. Yeah. They were certainly out there back in the day, weren't they? Very poorly drawn UFOs. They look like something out of a B movie. Yeah. It's it's a weird one, that one. Okay, then coming in at 90... Shall we start again? Coming in at number 16, we're going to 1978 and the Obsession album. Yeah. That's a weird one, isn't it? Let's fill the eyes with bits and bobs. Yeah, I've never really liked that cover. I love the album, but I don't like the cover so much. Okay, then coming at number 15, we go to 1981 now. For the Wild, the Willing, and the Innocent. What the hell's that? I can't even make out if it's a person singing. And it looks like a mic stand, doesn't it? But it looks like a blowtorch as well. Weird cover. I've never wondered what that cover is. Now, if you think you've worked that one out, put it in your comments below, and if you think you know what that cover's all about, because I've never really understood it. Okay, then coming in at number 14, we're going to the year 2000 and the album Covenant. Yeah, it's alright. Old pictures of flat caps and people in a crowd, bit of a spacey thing, Metropolis sort of thing. I like how the logo of UFO, pretty good, not too bad at all. Okay, coming in at number 13, we've got a 2002 and the Sharks album. Yeah, call it Sharks, and let's have a picture of a shark. Don't know if it's a great white, maybe a great white. That's a pretty cool cover. I like sharks. So, coming in at number 12, we're going to 1983. And Making Contact. Yes, it's a bare bottom again. And I just like all the hands doing all the around the old switchboard thing. I don't know why she has to sit there naked doing it, but there you go. So we'll move on, shall we? Coming in at number 11, we go to 2006 and the Monkey Puzzle. Yeah, it's another real strange concept. A chair with a TV screen and the person sitting on another chair. There you go. I like the logo though. I like that. I love the UFO logo, and it looks really bright. Actually brightens up the cover itself. Okay, then coming in number 10, going to 1982 now, and the Mechanics album. Yeah, that's all right. I like how they've made the guitar sort of thing neck with a spanner. That's pretty cool. I like that. I like the concept of that one. Okay, then coming in at number 9, we're going to 1992 now, and the High Stakes and Dangerous Men. Yeah, the logo's almost good. Them points look a bit sharp. High Stakes and Dangerous Men. Yeah, I sort of get it. Okay, then coming in at number 8. Now, there's many variations of this cover from 1995, Walk on Water. But this is the one I really like. The others, I've put the other one up in the corner there, but all the variations of this. But this one's actually my favourite one. It's got, the reunion, we've got Andy Parker and Pete Way, Mr. Schenker and Phil Mogg and Paul Raymond. I think that's just a real cool picture of the guys. Like that one. Okay then, coming in at number 7, we got a 2004 for the You Were Here. Setting this a long shadow on a very thin desert. Pretty cool. I like the idea of that one. Okay, coming in at number 6, we go to 1980 now on the No Place to Run album. Picture of the band at the time. That's a pretty good picture of UFO. I like that picture. It's a good album as well, which helps. Very good picture. Okay then, coming in at number 5. Go to 2009 now, and The Visitor. One of these old Victorian style pictures, I think, drawn. I love that. I like the picture. You know, I like these drawings from the Victorian, and I love how the UFO logo is bolder than the thing. Really, really good. Okay, then coming in at number 4. Go to 1974 now, and the Phenomenon album. Very clever. I like there's a little UFO in the sky. So you got this 1960s picture, and then you got like this ghostly from the 19th century. That's pretty cool. I like that picture. Very, very good. Okay, then coming in at number 3, go to 1977, and the Lights Out album. Sits in a sort of a power station with real fuel. I like the idea of that. Pretty good. Okay, then coming in at number 2. Now this is from 2017, and it's that album with all the of covers, and it's called the Salento Cuts. I just love that. You see how I use the top part of it to put in the credits today. But I love that idea, you know, a jukebox playing their songs and the pictures. Great, great cover. Really like that one. So, my number 1. Well, it's a sort of a joint number 1 here. There's the we've got from 2015. We have got this little beauty called A Conspiracy of Stars. I think it's a weird and wonderful cover because you've got a sky thing, and instead of having a flying saucer, they've got a submarine, which I think's pretty cool. And a diver, I don't know, is it like a city in the sea, sorry. I like the little swimming snorkeler as well. It's just a weird cover, but a brilliant concept. Okay, so sort of a joint number 1, and I said we weren't going to do their live albums, but I could not do an album artwork without putting the brilliant 1979 live album Strangers in the Night. That's a great cover. One of the most iconic covers. When you see that, you know it's the UFO album, and I couldn't leave this one out. So there you are, some UFO covers, and we're now moving into we've got the last 4 album artworks in October before we change the schedule. Talk about more of that again on live stream tonight. So that's all for today. We've got, of course, the live stream tonight at 8 PM, and tomorrow's fun bag. It's called a Super Friday. First, we've got a live album ranking, and we'll be looking at the live albums of the great band Supertramp. And then tomorrow we've got 2 album reviews. Well, an album review and an EP review. Now, the EP review is a band from New Brunswick in Canada that are an up-and-coming band, and I've been supporting them, always giving them plugs. They're Echo 7, and tomorrow their new EP is out. But I've got on with them so well, they sent me one in the post to listen to before it's out, and it is absolutely brilliant, so I'll be talking about that. And also tomorrow we've got a new album from The Who, not the Roger Daltrey, The Who, the Mongolian band. They have had a new album come out not so long ago called Rumble of Thunder, so we'll be looking at that as well. So join me tomorrow for Super Friday on RTO. Have a good day, everyone. Bye for now.